Welcome to Fresh 60 Fresh Server. I am NBG, and this is where I take you on a journey from starting with 0 gold on a new server up until hopefully, let's say at least 1 million. Anyway, where we left off in episode 12, the markets were really bad, a lot of things really just weren't going our way, and things, at least at that moment, had kind of switched to more of a maintenance mode. Maintenance mode, I mean of just doing your tables and doing callings, especially when they make sense. Like we had a day in this last week, I think, where like there was 3 Revendreth at the same time. That's huge. That's a day where if you can do it whatsoever, you need to get out on every character you can. As much as the quest kind of sucked and that kind of took a while, you're really not going to beat the gold for the most part, unless you're somebody who sells crafted transmog mounts, things of that nature that you make nice big profits. In general, most things, as you guys are all aware, Shadowlands, especially Shadowlands based stuff, the profits just are not there right now. If you're still on a server that is lucky enough to have good profits on legendaries, by all means take advantage of that while you can. But yeah, so again, don't knock those tables and those callings. I know they're time consuming and kind of boring, or at least the callings are, but honestly, there's not much gold better than that. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Obviously, first thing I always do is I come over here and hit up my table. You can see that this table has actually already hit max level of level 20. I never even really noticed it. We're really starting to get some pretty good gold return, even on just one character, getting like 300, 374, 264, 352. These ones tomorrow morning when I get, there's another like 600. It just really adds up. And as you can imagine, prior to 9.2.7, opening these and getting this much materials back was an absolute gold mine. My God, if you were doing this 6 months ago, the amount of gold that you're able to bring in just passively would have been insane. I kind of feel bad that I wasn't taking more advantage of it. I had taken a very long break from Blizzard in general, as I'm sure a lot of people did. Anyway, there we are. Let's look at our total right now. Our total right now is 314,000. That 314,000, all I really did was, as I stated to you, I did callings, for instance, let's look at today's callings first. How about, like, the one, we have Ardenweald and then 2 in Bastion. So that's awesome. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get really lucky and we'll get, like, 3 that can be done in Bastion at once. But right now we at least have 2 tomorrow, so that's cool. But, like the one in Ardenweald, just every day if there was one like this that was expiring, I'd make sure I do it. Because I'm pretending that this character is, like, let's say you only have one character and you're trying to make enough gold for a gold token plus, like a WoW token or more. All I've done is I log in, I do a calling, I repost, and I do my board. That's really all we've done, and we've only done a little bit of farming. You remember that we did some farming in the beginning, and I did a farm last week, but really, we haven't been farming. But we're going to talk about that. So, looks like we had a couple desolate items sell, and this is just other random stuff that I got from, like, when I was doing callings and opening up those caches and stuff I get. Like, it's just more gold, right? It all just adds up. That's only like 2.5k. Let's go ahead here and grab all of this. Which one is expiring today? Ardenweald. I already have it, and it's just defeat powerful foes as well. So typically, I would head out to post first. But honestly, if this quest is in Ardenweald and I'm already here and it's just one quest, I actually think I'm just going to do this real quick because it's going to take all of like 5 to 10 minutes max. So I'm going to head over here and get this done. I am already done. I am pretty sure that took me less than 5 minutes to complete. Like, that took like no time at all. So let's go ahead and grab all this, sell, and then what we're going to do from here is I'm going to go post, see if I need to make anything, probably not, and then we're going to discuss a couple things. Oh wait, those are, yep, there we go. Everything else is to the auction house. Off to the auction house. Alright, made it back to the auction house. Actually going to try to use TSM this time. I went ahead and I actually added some pets and stuff, which ought to be very wary of the prices. Mostly just because some of the pets that I had were like marked pretty high, like the value of the Sea Breeze Bumblebee, which is one of my favorite pets to sell, by the way. I've sold 3 of these pets in the last month and a half. No, 4, excuse me. I've sold 4 of them, and 2 of them were at like 30k, and then the last 2 were at like 20k. It's, you know, not that difficult. It's used for the jelly farm to start that out in BFA, and it's just one of those pets that I don't sell a lot of pets, but this is like the only pet that I fairly reliably sell. So I actually sold out on my last one, so I had to go out and I got like 4 more. Learned 3, put 1 on the auction house on my main server, and then I was coming over here and I was like, you know what, I'm going to see what they're going at over here. They're at like 60k over here. No idea if it's going to sell, especially at that price, but I might as well keep posting it, right? Like, I might as well throw it up here, and if these sell over here, like, damn. Like, that's pretty good. But a couple of these other pets, like this one, all come from another vendor out in the same area, and they're just marked really high, and they're just vendor pets. You know, it just takes a little bit of charms, and I don't even know if that one's rep based even where I got these. I'm not even sure, but it's something I want to get more into, and going out to some of these vendors or rep based pets and getting those and start posting those as part of my gold making strategy. And a lot of that is because the price that you can get for just about everything, meaning the profit that you're pulling in is specifically from crafting or anything of the sort, especially Shadowlands base, is just so bad that one of the best things you can do is either flip pets or just sell pets if they're going to sell. My main server, pets don't really sell that much. The only pet I really sell is this one, and rarely will I sell another one. But I figure I might as well throw a bunch of pets over on this server just to see. Yeah, like that's obviously crash in price, so is that one, so I'll just relearn those. But anyway, just to test the market, right? Just to test, just to see. If they start selling, then maybe this is the server I start going crazy with pets on, because a few of them were quite high priced. One of the other things I quickly wanted to talk about was, let's go in here. I said in the last video, what the hell? I am very confused. Where is my... Oh, I scared the heck out of myself, guys. I had canceled my, like, there we go. I had canceled my, like, 291s and stuff like that and other pets, and I'm like, where's my 291s? Like, did I accidentally sell those for, like, a dumbly low, like, extremely low price? No, they're here. We're good. Anyway, I had mentioned that I didn't want to sell 291s before, or anymore, and that stayed that way for, honestly, like, a week and a half plus. And then yesterday, I think I was on, and I took a look, and a few of them drastically rose in price. And honestly, even these prices aren't that bad, considering that it's just so, like, the price to craft them has plummeted so much that honestly, these are pretty okay prices. But specifically, the one I make is risen up to like 35k. No idea if it's going to sell. There's a lot of competition. I always have competition selling this. But I'm obviously going to get back into the market if there's like 25k profit. If I happen to sell it, like, that's amazing. So I ended up recrafting that one, and then what is the other one I ended up recrafting? I think the belt, I think. No, Bone Shatter, both arm guards I did. So over in mail. Yeah, like, look at these. These prices are good, right? I can get back into selling these over here if I really wanted to, and maybe I should. But the arm guards raising, you know, that price, that's some pretty good profit again. So I ended up making a couple just to get them back up here. I am very weary of making legendaries right now. I really feel like the end of Shadowlands is fast approaching, and I just don't want to sink much gold into them. But at the same time, with the prices as low as they are for crafting, it's not that big of a deal. But again, the prices here have risen, so I probably need to get right back into it like immediately to take advantage of the market and sell whatever I can. So we got that stuff posted, and I went through doing a quick restock, and I see a few things that I need. There's a few things I didn't want to craft, like the 262s and stuff. I have had zero luck selling those on this server. I don't think I've sold one here. Actually, I think I've sold one on this server in like the 3 weeks we've been doing this. So that really hasn't gone well. So I'm not going to make any of those, but it did look like I had to do some restock on some of the desolate pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to post these, and then I will discuss what we're doing next. I went ahead and hopped on over to our thread flipper so I didn't forget. I'm going to go ahead and gather the mail. The thread flipper ran into some issues this week. I definitely should have had way more gold, but there was, I think, 3 times I went to flip and sell thread, and they either didn't sell, or somebody would come and drop a whole bunch at like a really dumb price. You have to remember that you're going to lose 5%, so you have to be able to do the math on that. And yeah, people weren't doing the math on that, and they were making barely anything, but when I would place it at like a decent price, they just weren't selling. That's unfortunate, it happens, but as you can see, even gathering everything, I don't think I have anything out. No, I don't. I mean, this is still up at like I have like nearly 25k on this. You know, I only sent over 5k to start, so I mean, this character's already made 20k. I've actually went ahead and started doing some luminous flux as well, just because they've been selling, and they didn't sell initially very well for me, but they have been as I've been messing with this more. So yeah, don't shy away from trying just the general vendor flips. It really works. I really like doing 2k, but I've again been screwed by it a bit this week. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2k. I need a decent amount for posting. Let's do 2k of those, and I'm going to hit up the luminous. Can I do? No, I can't. Let's do... Yeah, that'll probably give me more than enough for posting. 650 maybe. How about that? Wait. I can do 900. What's 800? Maybe a little less. 750. Just want to make sure I have enough for posting. That should be good. Let's do 700 to be safe. I don't know why I keep forgetting, even though I do 2000 thread like all the time, of what the heck the posting cost is for 12 hours. Keep forgetting. But let's go ahead and post these, and I will discuss what we're going to do today.
Yeah, what do you want?
So today we are going to go ahead and do a cata farm, and I'm going to do an hour farm and kind of compare it with some of the other farms that we do. The fact that doing cata farms, you're able to use a potion of treasure finding drastically increases the amount of gold that you can get, and there's a really good spot we can go to for very just a lot of skins, right? Being able to skin a lot of creatures relatively quickly, and we're gonna go out and do that. Actually, before I go, I might even go see like what the price is of the fire water for faster skinning. Let me go look at that real quick. So I'm not going to be lazy this time. I would highly suggest, first of all, you better be using potion and treasure finding. There's no reason not to. You're going to gain way more gold than what it costs to buy it. It's literally like 100 gold on the auction house right now, and then even Dark Moon Firewater, which lasts for 1 hour. I don't need 2. I bought them, but it was like 26 gold. So it's like 125 gold total to get Firewater and Potion of Treasure Finding. Once you do that, go ahead and hit the portal to Oldham. When you hit the portal to Oldham, you'll be able to come here, and Zadormi is here at Ramakin, or Ramkahin? Yes. Anyway, Zadormi's over here, and you can talk to Zadormi, and you can change it to see what Oldham was like during the time of Cataclysm. I would go ahead and do that, and we can head out to our farm. So here we are at the farm that we want. It is in the southern part of Oldham. If you've never been down here past the lost city of Tolvir, down over here in this corner, you'll find this little, like, you know, encampment. I don't even know what the hell you want to call this. Regardless, this is where you want to come, where these eggs are, and it's going to be as simple as this. You're going to go ahead and open up the croc eggs. You're going to get attacked by a bunch of crocs. You can go ahead and murder them all. You can loot them, but more importantly, every single one of these is skinnable. So I'm going to go ahead and pop both of those, and I really should have popped the other one before. As you can see, having the fire water allows for much faster gathering of these. Oops. So anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll kill these, murder them, and when you loot them, these are the treasure chests you're going to get, and when you open these treasure chests, they're going to carry gold, but they're also going to carry like volatile waters. Like that gave me, what did I get? At least 2, I gained 4 volatile waters from that? Yeah, that's 64 gold right there. So you're very much going to get your gold back quick. So I'm going to do this for 1 hour, the best I can, and we're going to see what kind of gold we can get. Keep in mind that most of the money that you're going to get is going to be from opening up those treasures that you get. So really just the faster you do this, the better, the more chance of getting it. Like as you can see, I don't have my Cataclysm skinning leveled or anything. It doesn't really matter. If I can skin this last one. There we go. It doesn't really matter. The Savage Leather is just, honestly, that's like the extra gold that you're getting. And you just get a lot of opportunities for getting it, since every time you kill one of these, you know, there's anywhere between like 2 and like 5 or 6 of these skinnable mobs. These skinnable mobs, not just, oh god, there's like 8 or something on this one. If I can land, that would be cool. There we go. Anyway, there's so many of these mobs that you get lots of chances for getting the treasure. And that treasure can be gotten from basically doing anything Kata related. Where the hell are they? There they are. They're on my character. Sometimes they're really hard to click on, which is a bit bothersome. You'll also notice, honestly, multiple people could be out here doing this. There has to be an easier way to target these and skin them. Oh, jump to shake them off. Maybe I don't want to shake them off. Yeah, I think I jumped. Maybe that's what I did. Either way. So yeah, I'm going to do this for a while, and I'm going to end up with a bunch of these treasure chests to open up, and that's really where the big money is. There's no way, I mean, I'm probably going to fill up my inventory, have to open everything, fill up my inventory, open everything. Yeah, it's actually going to be pretty good. So I'm going to keep on going. We are at 20 minutes in, and my inventory is completely full. So I'm just going to do a quick sell to the vendor. I already wrote down how much gold we had before, just to make sure that I'm even counting what we get from selling to a vendor. Again, all those skins that I had on me are now gone. I lost some loot, so I actually should have sold a little bit before. It would have been a little bit better. But either way, as you can see, just by the... What the hell happened there? That was weird. Anyway, as you can see by just the sheer amount of tiny chests, as well as the strange stomachs that we have as well, there is an awful lot of loot here in general. We are going to get so many volatiles on top of some gold. Like even like you open up the chests, you open those up, excuse me, the bloated stomachs like that even had volatile life in there. So yeah, this is really good for getting all your volatiles from Kata, and honestly most of them sell pretty decently, especially considering how many we're going to be able to get. So I'm going to keep on going. I'm trying not to open up any of these until like maybe the end, just to show the sheer amount that we get per that we open. But I honestly think I'm going to have to open a lot prior to then, because I'm going to fill up really easily. I really wanted to wait to the end or open some of this stuff up, but I'm just not going to be able to, as you can see by my inventory. So I'm actually just going to roll through, and you can quickly see just by opening these, there's 7 gold in that one, there's a couple gold in that one, there's 4 gold in that one, but more importantly, look at the sheer amount of just materials you're getting. Pyrite ore, elementium ore, you know, the volatile fires, the volatile, just everything. Yeah, it looks like it is counting it over here in the looter brazier. What was that? 600 gold for whatever reason? Why? I have no idea. I will probably sell it to the vendor. So again, there's a little bit of inflation there. That's like the highest item I found, actually. And we'll follow it up with another one, I guess. So there's a little bit of inflation there, but for the most part, just the sheer amount that you're getting of these volatiles and flat gold. I mean, the flat gold isn't insane. It's extra. It's kind of like the Savage Leather. Not insanely priced, but it's just extra. It's really all of these volatiles, specifically what like Volatile Life is pretty good, Volatile Air is pretty good. Any of those that you're getting sell relatively high. Volatile Fire is very good. The one that kind of sucks is Volatile Earth, and even Volatile Waters. They're all pretty good. So anyway, I'm just gonna open up a few more of these. I'm even letting this go against the time because, you know, looting's part of it, right? So I'm going to sell those 2 items because I don't care, and back to farming. Alright, the farm is done. I went ahead and already opened everything. Let's take a look at what we got. It looks like we have 1,118 Savage Leather. That's pretty darn good for an hour, in my opinion. We got, what is it, 664 of this Crocolisk tail. No idea what it's actually going to sell for. It looks like minimum buyout is 75 silver, but not typical market value. But it does look like there's a decent amount of region daily sold of being like 1,100 or so. So I'm still going to post it, but it's probably not going to be as much as it says initially. But more importantly, we got, what is that? From skinning, mind you, and from opening all that stuff, it looks like we have almost, 361 Ember Silk Cloth, 43 Volatile Earth, 35 Volatile Water, 39 Life, 43 Fire, and 27 Air. Usually these are fairly all close together. Kind of sucks that we got so little airs, but that's okay. We still even grabbed 23 Elementium ore and 12 Pyrite ore and 1 pristine hide. So let's go ahead and post all of this, kind of see what we're at. This will just take just a minute. Let's see, we'll post it at that price. So I'm gonna type everything in on the calculator real quick and make sure that we are correct on our numbers. So we got 891 there. I'm also gonna add 700. 700 we got from raw gold. Completely raw gold, as well as selling things to the vendor, right? So that's where I got 700 gold plus that. Let's add these all up here. It looks like that's basically the going price. I mean, my God, even that right there is almost 8,000 gold in Savage. Actually, that's not correct, because the market value is around 4 gold, right? That really screws up my numbers, by the way. Because I do know that these are typically more around 4 gold per, and 7 gold per is just too high. But I can't not try to post at this price, right? Damn. This is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take the market value of like 4 gold per instead. So we're going to say... Yeah, we're going to say it's going to be less than this. I'm not going to count it at 7 gold, because that's just not what this typically sells for. So I'm going to say that this was somewhere around, what would that be, somewhere over 4,000 gold, right? About 4,400 gold or so. Let's say, I'm going to say that this is worth like 4,200 gold, just to kind of shoot for a number. It's not worth this much. That's screwing up my numbers. So I'm gonna say 4,200. So let's see. All right. Add these in here. I don't think they're gonna sell at that price, but if they do, again, I'm just gonna shoot for a number that's easy. I'm gonna say 400 gold there. More importantly, we have another like 250 there. I'm saying lower numbers because I'm gonna lose some from the cut as well, and it's just easier to work with the numbers. There's another 750, another 400, another 450. Another 600. 125, 200, so let's say 300 just to, you know, easy numbers, another 225 there. So yeah, that comes out to, that's, again, that's nearly, I actually thought this was better than the numbers we actually see. That still comes out to roughly 9,000, maybe slightly above 9,000 gold per hour. I actually thought while we were doing this that was going to be much greater. It felt like it was, but that goes along with the point that I've been trying to make, is like, it doesn't seem like it matters what farm you do. It's going to be between like maybe 7 and 11 if you're lucky, but almost everything I do that I think is worth the time seems to average around 9,000 an hour. And that's approximately what that one is. Granted, if those Savage Leather and stuff like that sell at that price, this is looking closer to like a 12,000 an hour. But regardless, 9k an hour, really easy farm, and it's completely solo. You hardly move. You walk back and forth between like 3 piles and just constantly kill them. AoE, skin, kill, AoE, skin. Super duper easy. But 9k gold, let's say, per hour. Again, that is a really just rough estimate. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good farm. Pretty good farm if you guys are looking for one to do. And with that, I just want to talk about this character and the future. Again, on my main realm, numbers aren't looking good. Things are picking up over here, so maybe I'll get more into legendaries again. Again, if you have the market for it, by all means, keep slamming those legendaries out there while you can. I again am still needing to come up with time so I can try to get into other markets like crafted transmog, which I only have a little bit, haven't sold crap, you know, and mounts, which I am not in that market at all, and I really need to get into it. Those are things that I'm working on. For the most part, I am pretty much in maintenance mode, as I've talked about, of just doing kind of callings and tables, and that's about it. I haven't gone out and farmed or anything. I just don't feel like it's worth it. Things might become more worth it, especially when Shadowlands hits. You're going to start seeing, especially even things like we just did, you're going to see those kind of prices rise as nobody wants to go farm it, as people are doing new content, you know, like those prices will come up, especially the old world stuff. I think the old world stuff is at the price it is right now, just given that nobody else has anything to do, and everything was flooded into the market at the same time with 9.2.7. What we're going to do going forward is I really can't change much. I have to just go through the daily routine, tables, callings, and what I'm going to do for this series, and maybe I'll just cut out the rest of it because honestly, there's not much to see. I'm doing tables and callings. The only extra stuff I'm doing is for this specifically is adding in a farm. I have a couple more skinning farms I'd like to do and get some data on, just to kind of see if there's anything that really just edges out, you know, other things. Right now, it doesn't look that way. Like 9k seems to be like it. Like that was a pretty decent solo farm. So yeah, anyway, that's the direction that this character is going to go. I'll just kind of keep you updated. If I do any of those farms, I will add them in probably with this character just to show that, you know, this is the character you can do it on. I'm going to keep pushing the gold amount. You know, I have, you know, 318 right here, plus everything we have in the auction house. I have a couple legendaries up there. The thread flipper is at like 25k. So, I mean, we're sitting pretty good gold-wise. We're doing pretty good for the limited time that we've been playing the character. So that is going great. I think in the next day or two, I will pump out probably 1 or 2 just general farming videos. Again, I have 2 more farms I want to show, one of which is another one that's solo, and then I actually want to compare that with a group farm for skinning, and we can kind of see really what's worth your time. So with that, everybody, sorry it's been taking me so long to get to videos. It's just too hard during the week. I'm really hoping, at least for the moment, I can do Friday, Saturday, Sunday for videos and go from there. If they ever let me into the beta, there's stuff I really want to cover. And once new stuff comes to the PTR, there's stuff I want to cover there too. But there's things I'm waiting to see. So hopefully I can get in on that and let you guys know kind of my feelings of professions in Shadowlands. I've watched a bajillion videos. Get out of my shot, guy. I've watched a bajillion videos, as have the rest of you, on Shadowlands professions and kind of what people are thinking. I kind of have my own mind made up about a lot of things, and I definitely want to do a video and share that, kind of give you guys some ideas of what I think is going to be worthwhile early, what I think the market's going to do. I have tons of thoughts and opinions on that, but I've been really hoping that I can get some time myself with the beta so that I can mess with it myself, I can look at it all myself, and not just talk, you know, theoretical, right? That's my goal. I would like it to be more concrete, but honestly, I feel going into the new expansion, especially with the changes in 9.2.7 with the commodities market, the way that all that works, the things that are going to happen that we're going to see is not going to be like how we've ever seen it before. And it's really going to be everybody's best guess on how the market's going to flow and what's going to be the most profitable. Again, I have ideas, I have things I want to share, but I think I need a little bit more time because I really, really, really want to mess with some of that stuff myself before I say, you know, maybe my plan, what I'm going to do, what I'm looking for. Okay? So anyway, with that, thank you guys for watching. Be looking out for my other videos coming out this weekend. And with that, I will see you next time.